Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where today we're breaking down the goals against Leeds and Chelsea. Interesting one, this one. I don't think anyone had Chelsea to lose this game, and it just shows you that Chelsea aren't there yet to put together a strong enough season to actually sort of challenge for the league. Leeds showed resilience, though, in this game. They showed a lot of good things, and I do like Leeds as you know, football team. I do like their fan base because they're just so passionate. I do appreciate passionate fans. It's really, really good to see. But you can see they've been working on corner routines blatantly. Here's a front post run. Really, really good. Delivery's perfect. Straight in, and he's getting himself a goal into the net box. Now, what's really sort of interesting as well when you watch, these two Chelsea players just completely and utterly switch off. Later on, they don't. I'll show you that, but they just completely and utterly do not care about this, this runner going in here. And I have a feeling, I think Leeds have got Liverpool next. And don't be surprised if you don't get another good result there, because Liverpool are a team that are nowhere near defensively strong as Chelsea. And if Leeds can keep this confidence going, I think they can do some real damage to them. I think, is it Saturday they play? Something like that. But and it's at Elland Road again. So Leeds could pick up some points. Now, I don't know if it's going to save their season or get them out of the relegation sort of zonal area. But you know what? They're a team that will keep fighting to the end. That's their sort of club spirit and mentality. And yeah, well, it's going to be an interesting watch to the end of the season with these guys. But let's have a look at this delivery as it's coming in. Bump. Absolutely, completely and utterly unmarked. You can see they were having a bit of a chat before the corner came in as well. There was a bit of a discussion with the players about this corner routine, and worked out perfectly. Straight into the net box. Bump. Keeper should have probably done better, but defensively, Chelsea were poor. Let's move it on. And this is what I'm talking about. That's what it means to be a football player that actually cares when they score goals. Well done, young man. Well done. And quite frankly, they should have got another goal, except for just a little bit late here on the back post. Just one step too late. You can see now this front post run is completely and utterly marked. So, of course, they're not going into that area. They're dropping it from a little flick on and trying to knock it in onto the back post. Again, Chelsea just defend this really, really poorly. I mean, they do. I do like the fact that Leeds listen to my channel and they've got players up here. Fantastic. Well done. 2 players on the D to win the second balls. Very, very important. Little flick on. I actually think he might have been better off trying to go for goal, to be fair. Little flick on, and he just misses it on the back post there. Should have gone for goal. Should have gone for goal. Chelsea, defensively, utterly awful. This is what I like to see, though. There's a ball. It's an utter no man's land, just because Chelsea are trying to pass it out the back. And I don't think Moise Caicedo was in this game. There's a couple of weird things about this game. I swear there was because I couldn't find it on the highlights. The Leeds scored another goal that was taken off from VAR. It's amazing how quick, like when you're watching a couple of games and you think something's happening, and then all of a sudden you go look at the highlights and you try to check Twitter and find out what's going on, and it's not there. It's like, it's so poor. I can remember when I was years ago when I used to live in Yankee Land. We got guns, we're cowboys. America's absolutely brilliant for watching football because you can always go back and replay the games. I can't remember what we had, Uverse or Comcast or something like that, where the games would be there and I could just go back and watch the full game. Can't do that here. It's just so poor. So poor. But there we go. He's running in, going to the ball. And I actually think he's going to go in for a thunderous challenge. But this shows a little bit of quality. Gets there before all the Chelsea players. And I thought he was going to panic and just sort of like boom, knock it into there. But he doesn't. Rolls a great ball. Look at that space. Look at how far Chelsea just all over the shop. Dump, knocked it into the space. And you're thinking, well, what's he doing from there? He's not shooting. He's not going to score from there, is he? Yeah, he is. Great strike. It's a great worldie strike. I mean, should get 2 goals, but we know he didn't use sound effects. If he did use sound effects, he would have got 2 goals. That is the rules in the Premier League. It's just a great strike. Boof. It's just a great strike. Yeah. I mean, what do? You ain't saving that, keeper. No. Quality strike. But again, that's Leeds pressuring from the top. Chelsea not being able to play through them and play out. Yeah. It's funny how, so if you always think of football as a game of rock, paper, scissors, and how one team, even though they're struggling, you play against another team and you just match up to their system because the way that you play just counteracts what they do. And that seems what happened here. And I just don't think Chelsea were on it. I do think if Caicedo wasn't playing, that's a massive difference. And one player can make all the difference in the team. And they really looked like they were struggling against Leeds, which is good to see. Well done, Leeds. This isn't a good enough finish, though. When you're in a situation like Leeds, you've got to make every opportunity count. And this is straight at the goalkeeper. Anyway, left or right of him, and he gets himself a goal. Yeah, when someone has put in a worldy ball and you've managed to create the space in the middle and the ball's perfect, find the corners. You've got to do better than that. You absolutely must do better than that instead of just hitting it straight at the keeper. Some really naive defending here from Leeds. Now, I want you to watch, right? He's stopped. He's had a look. He sees Pedro Neto. He knows where he is, and then he chooses not to mark him or pay any attention. Because he doesn't need to go into the middle, right? Look, boom, marked up, brilliant, fine, happy with that. That's my responsibility there, covering the back post. Remember, when the ball is coming in from one side, this is the area that you need to cover. Now, I know in modern day football it would be about here because of the cutbacks. You can see Chalobah's looking for the cutback in here. Yeah, I get that. But you still have to remember that your most vulnerable spot is on the back post because, well, if they have more numbers there, or even at half decent anyone there, they're going to get themselves a goal. And that's exactly what they do here. Don't know who this left back is, though, but he completely makes a mess of it. He was about there and he ends up walking underneath the flight of the ball to let there be a tap in on the back post. It's completely and utterly positional play. So wrong, so bad. And here's the problem. He looked at the player, so that means he knows better. He stopped, he looked, he identified where the threat was going to come, looked at the ball, and then ran into the middle of the goal for some reason and didn't just hover up and defend the back post. Yeah, giving up a goal. You can't afford to do things like this. Bump. There you go. Nice and easy. And they get on the score. I do like this last goal from Leeds, but this is quality. Okay, so someone running and hassling from the front. Look. Chelsea have got no real out ball. You've just got to clear the damn ball. You've got to get rid of it. Bump over there, out, get it to the man in space. But you then know they're trying to play it through, pass it through, and they get done. And what I do like as well, there's no foul on the goalkeeper here. The goalkeeper's diving onto the ground. He's diving to Calvert-Lewin. He's got every right to go for that ball. Yeah, there's no foul at all. And I'm just glad to see that they didn't, stop this one. I know there is one that they stopped. I'm going to have to find it. Yeah, but I think it's brilliant, absolute brilliant. Pressuring, wins the ball, and then makes them make a decision. And his decision's wrong. He goes to dive it with his hands. I actually think if he just runs and kicks the ball away, he probably gets to the ball. Just runs and kicks it out. Just boom. Doesn't, because he's a goalkeeper. And that's why you don't play football with goalkeepers. The goalkeepers protect the goal. When you're trying to do this nonsense passing out of the back, you cannot be doing this unless it's a certain type of goalkeeper. It's very, very difficult. You just can't do it. Poor lad. And he gets done in the process as well. Dump. And then kicked into the net box. Well done, Leeds. You got yourself some points on the board. Let's see if you continue to do it against Liverpool on the weekend. And I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.